Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'll give a laptop buying guide for the Btech CSE students as well as AIML. Generally, many people confuse about buying a laptop and just end up buying a laptop like this. What's the use? There is no use such of laptops. So basically, students need to know 4 important things before buying a laptop. One is processor, which is very important. The good the processor, the best performance of laptop use. And the second most important thing is about the RAM. The RAM plays a key role in laptops, especially for a 4-year Btech course in whether it may be CSE or even data science, right? And third thing is storage. So storage matters a lot. If you take a less storage, then if the storage is upgradable, it's fine, or else it's a big issue, right? You will remain buying another laptop for that. And next important thing is the company or the premium quality that you could check. So basically, there are many laptops of companies available in the market, but there are only 3 good companies which are actually premium and also build quality is excellent, right? I'm going to discuss about them in this video. Starting with processor. So there are many processors available in the market, especially if you check Intel processors, Ryzen processors, and even new laptop processor which is Snapdragon X processors are coming. So out of this, which processor is best for students? So my suggestion is go with Intel processor, second this Ryzen processor, and do not go with Snapdragon X processor, because Snapdragon X processor are not meant for coding and even video editing and not even for gaming, right? It's just used for general use. It's very smooth for general use like browsing and even documenting some things, not for CSE and AIML students, especially not for CSE students, right? So I don't prefer Snapdragon processors for laptops. So best thing that you could go is first Intel, second Ryzen processors. And even in Intel, I prefer Intel i5 or later. Don't go with i3 processors. Go with i5 later, or even Ultra series is best one, which is my suggestion. In Ryzen, go with AMD Ryzen 5 or later. That is better. I recommend AMD Ryzen 7 of second series. That is better. Yes. Second thing, which is RAM. So RAM in this 2026 is like costing too much because of extensive AI models which are available, right? These AI models consume a lot of RAM. So good RAM is like good laptop. So my suggestion is to go with 16 GB or more. Never go with 8 GB RAM for students. 16 GB or more. Best suggestion for future proof is 32 GB. Whatever may be the cost, don't cut the cost on RAM. More the RAM, more best the laptop is. Even the processor is worse, RAM is more, then your laptop is great. Third thing, which is storage. So basically, people ended up buying with 256 GB storage. That's actually bad. Go with minimum 512 GB storage in your laptop, or 1 TB. 1 TB is like preferred one. It's like excellent choice. So I prefer 1 TB storage. Check SSD, not HDD. There's a lot of difference between HDD and SSD. I always recommend SSD because that is like smoother interaction with your system documents, right? So go with 1 TB SSD or 512 GB SSD, both are fine. And fourth thing is companies. Which company or which brand of laptop that you have to take. So I previously mentioned that there are 3 good brands which according to me are good, and even if it is other like that's okay. So those 3 brands are, one is HP, second is Lenovo, and third is Dell. So these 3 brands which I prefer mostly. But why? See, the build quality of 3 of them is excellent, and even the support. If anything damages, the support of them is excellent. I also recommend Asus laptops, because Asus laptop is an excellent display at even lesser cost. Like cost of among these 3, Asus gives like best. I mean less cost, more features, right? But one problem with Asus is the support is not good, or the customer care support is really bad, right? So among these 3, I prefer HP, second Dell, and third Lenovo, right? And fifth bonus important thing is budget of your laptops. So if you are a student and you do extremely coding, then I recommend to get a budget of 70 to 80K for your laptop, because laptop is like your book or your study of your 4 years, right? It will decide your future. The more good is the laptop, the more you work and more better is the result. Guide is don't buy touchscreen laptop for students, because like touchscreen is like external luxury item. It's not a necessary item. So if you are rich enough, it's okay, but I don't recommend touchscreen for students. Because students, I think, don't prefer high gaming laptop because you generally don't get that time of gaming. You generally mostly code or develop applications, right? Check about displays. So in the market, there are two types of displays available mainly. One is OLED display of 3K quality and one is full HD IPS display. So among these two, which I have to take? So if my budget allows, I'll go with OLED. If it does not, I will go with full HD IPS display. Both are actually good. They're actually premium. Just it is more looking nice OLED, and this is also actually very good in long-term usage, right? That's all. So in MacBooks, I prefer MacBook Air M5, which is actually very good. And if you are more rich enough, go with MacBook Pros. That's it. So since I mentioned that you have to take a budget of 70 to 80K in order to buy a laptop, so here are a few suggestions for that. Of Dell company, which is of 13th generation i5 processor, which is actually good, and it is of 15.6 screen inch. And even the below one is Intel Core i3, which is actually not preferred. If your budget is really low, then yeah, go for it. And next, coming to 80K laptops. So this is what I recommend for all. So the RAM is 16GB for the IdeaPad Slim 3 of Intel Core i7 13th Gen processor, which is actually great, right? And now the below one is HP Intel Core Ultra 5 processor of 12th Gen, actually good, and 24GB RAM, and check that it is upgradable. And next, going with like high range laptops. So this is one of the laptop which is Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Intel Core Ultra 7 processor with 16GB of RAM. So it is around 95K in 2026. I'm telling you, right? It is around 95K. And now I'm talking about 1 lakh. So 1 lakh thing is HP Omni 7 OLED, which is Intel Core Ultra 5 and which is of 16GB RAM, 1TB SSD. This is one of the best option I could suggest for all, many things. It's like universal laptop. Of the most recommended laptop for CA students and which is a future proof is this HP OmniBook 7 with Intel Ultra Core 7 with 32GB of RAM and 1TB SSD. So this is like most preferable laptop for future proof. This is a future proof laptop. Because guys, I have provided few links in the description to check laptop buying guides, like in a document or PDF format, which will be available in the description. You might also refer that. And guys, finally, please subscribe to Past Content YouTube channel and to get further updates like this. It's a very useful content for your future, right?